Hi everybody, this is the first of my videos. My name is Renee Thaley, and with this first video, I'm just going to go ahead and explain a little bit to you guys about how I came to be doing what I'm doing in my profession, and what it's meant to me. And in the continuing videos that will be coming out shortly, I'm just going to be going over some informational things about identity theft and legal issues, hopefully to be of help to clients, friends, and family so that they can further their education on those matters. So let's start out with why I do what I do, shall we? Okay. So about 3.5 years ago, almost 4 now, I was introduced to what our company does. For those who don't know, we provide legal services for people and identity theft protection for people. So about 3.5 years ago, I was introduced to what we do, and it was kind of a revolution in thought for me. It made me think about times in my life when this sort of service could have been well used by my family and myself. One thing in particular brought to mind was that my parents divorced when I was about 2.5. But as many people who have gone through divorce know, divorce doesn't just happen all in one spot, one time, one follow through. It can linger and last for a very long time. This is the case with my parents' divorce, and from the age of about 2.5 to 10, maybe 12, I watched my parents struggle with figuring out who was going to pay for what, who was going to do what, how things were going to be done, basically, all in terms of the efforts in caring for me. What I took away from that experience was that it's a very emotionally draining experience, but it is also a very financially draining experience. In fact, during that period of time, which was about 10 years, I witnessed my mom having to file bankruptcy, file Chapter 13, because of the financial strain that fighting in court posed. So that, of course, was, when I thought about that, and I thought about the 25% discount that, at the very least, is what would have been given to somebody in my mother's circumstances at the time to help in handling her legal issues, I thought about what that 25% back in my mother's pocket would have meant to her at the time. It could have actually, probably would have actually saved her from having to file bankruptcy. So that was a revolution in thought to me. It was quite obvious to me at that point that this was a product that I could get behind and support. Additionally, the other takeaway I came away from this was, and going back to the experience that I witnessed with my mother, because she was the closest experience in terms of work and such that I'd had. I watched my mother work very hard as a nurse. She's a big patient advocate, hard worker, cares about everybody she comes in contact with, and wants to do her very best to make sure that everybody gets the best care that they can from her nursing experience. And she literally broke her back doing it. And being that was the case, she became disabled and unable to work for a long period of time. And as many people know, when you're in a position where you are the only income for a family and your income stops, that's a very bad situation. And having watched that happen with my mom, I realized that the opportunity business-wise that we have with my company is extremely valuable because it provides not only the opportunity to build your own wealth at your own pace in your own hours, but it also provides you the ability to leverage the efforts of others and help them do the same thing, lift themselves up, and also the ability to have residual income. The easiest way for me to explain residual income is when you think about the fact that, okay, so somebody like Michael Jackson has passed away, his music still airs on the radio, and every time that his music airs on the radio, what happens? His estate gets paid a little bit of money based on the fact that his music and his talent was displayed on the radio. So we have that opportunity to become involved in helping other people, leveraging their efforts, and also going ahead and having that residual income. So I love the fact that I'm able to participate in a company that genuinely has a great service that helps people and allows people to lift themselves up and gain a residual income, so that if they become hurt, if they need to take time off, even if they just want to go travel in Europe and they've built their business large enough that they can do it based off of their residual income, that they can do that. So that is why I find the opportunity second to none with this company, and I hope you will gain something from the future videos that I have, which are going to be more educational and hopefully helpful. So thank you for joining me.